Most people think starting a company in Samoa is complicated, slow, and only possible if you already understand legal systems or have expensive consultants. And because of that belief, they never even try. But here's the truth no one tells you. The process is actually structured, predictable, and once you understand the exact steps, you can legally register a company in Samoa much faster than you expect. But here's the real problem. Most delays don't happen because the system is difficult. They happen because people choose the wrong structure or miss small but critical compliance steps at the beginning. So in this video, you are going to learn the complete step-by-step process to start a company in Samoa in 2026. And stay with me, because in a few minutes I'll show you the one mistake that causes most applications to get delayed or rejected without the applicant even realizing it. Now, let's begin from the foundation. Before you register anything in Samoa, you need to understand the business structures available. This is where most beginners make their first mistake, and that mistake can affect taxes, liability, banking approval, and long-term business growth. In Samoa, the most common business structures are sole trader businesses, partnerships, and limited liability companies. Each structure serves a different purpose depending on what you want to build. Let's simplify this. If someone like John in Apia wants to open a small local store or service business, a sole trader structure might be enough. It is simple, fast, and low cost. But here's the downside. There is no legal separation between personal and business assets. If the business fails, John is personally responsible for all debts. Now imagine someone like Alex, who wants to build an online business serving international clients in Australia, New Zealand, or the US. In that case, a limited liability company makes more sense because it separates personal liability from business risk and adds credibility when dealing with banks and foreign partners. Now here's where it gets interesting. In a minute, I'll show you how choosing the wrong structure can quietly block your ability to open a business bank account, even if your company is fully registered. Now let's move to the first official step. What? Step 1 is choosing and reserving your company name. In Samoa, company registration is handled by the Ministry of Commerce, Industry, and Labor, often through the company's registry. Your company name must be unique and cannot be identical or too similar to an existing registered business. So the process starts with a name search. You submit your proposed company name, and the registry checks availability. If approved, the name is reserved while you complete incorporation. Now here's a mistake many beginners make. They rush this step and choose names without thinking about branding or international credibility. For example, a name that sounds fine locally might not inspire trust with international clients or banks later. And here's a retention moment for you. In a few minutes, I'll show you how your company name can influence banking approval and even payment processing if you plan to operate globally. Now once your name is reserved, you move to incorporation. This is where your company becomes a legal entity. To incorporate a company in Samoa, you need to prepare official documents. These usually include the Constitution or Memorandum and Articles of Association, details of directors and shareholders, a registered office address in Samoa, and your share structure. Let's break that down simply. Your Constitution defines how your company operates. It includes your business purpose, governance rules, and internal structure. Your directors are the people responsible for managing the company. In small businesses, this is often just the founder. Your shareholders are the owners of the company. If you own everything, you are the sole shareholder. Your registered office is the official legal address in Samoa, where government communication is sent. Now, here's where most people struggle. They think incorporation is highly complex or requires expensive legal firms. But in reality, most company formations follow standard templates provided by the registry or service providers. The real challenge is accuracy. But here's the catch. Even small errors like incorrect spelling, missing passport details, or inconsistent addresses can delay approval significantly. And this is where many applicants lose time without realizing it. The system is not difficult. It is detail-sensitive. Now let's move forward. In Samoa, you are typically required to use a local registered agent or service provider for company incorporation. This agent acts as the official contact between your company and the government. Now here's where it gets interesting. Many beginners try to choose the cheapest service provider available. But low-quality service often leads to document errors or slow processing, which can delay your entire setup. So this decision matters more than people expect. Now, once your documents are prepared and submitted, the registry reviews your application. If everything is correct, your company is approved, and you receive your certificate of incorporation. This is the official legal proof that your company exists in Samoa. Now, pause here for a second, because this is important. At this stage, many people believe they are ready to start operating immediately. But they are missing key steps required for banking, tax compliance, and full operational readiness. And in a moment, I'll show you what happens if you try to open a bank account without completing those steps properly. Now let's talk about taxation. In Samoa, companies must register with the Samoa Revenue Services. This gives you a tax identification number, which is required for all business activity. Corporate tax applies depending on income and structure. Businesses operating locally must comply with domestic tax laws, and international operations may have different considerations depending on where income is generated. Now here's where beginners get confused. They think tax registration can wait until the business becomes profitable. But in reality, tax registration is required early in the process once you begin trading. So timing matters a lot here. Now let's add another layer. If you plan to hire employees in Samoa, you must comply with labor laws and register for social contributions. This ensures proper employee protections and legal compliance. Now here's a curiosity loop. In a few minutes, I'll show you how skipping employee registration can create legal and financial problems, even if you only hire one part-time worker. Now let's talk about something very practical. Your business bank account. Once your company is incorporated, you need a corporate bank account to operate professionally. Banks will require incorporation documents, tax registration details, identification of directors and shareholders, and proof of business activity. Now here's the problem many entrepreneurs face. They assume registration guarantees bank approval. But banks operate under strict compliance rules. If your business model is unclear or documentation is inconsistent, your application can be delayed or rejected. Let's make this real. Imagine Alex opens a digital consulting company in Samoa. If Alex cannot clearly explain how clients are acquired, how payments are received, and what services are provided, the bank may hesitate. So clarity is more important than complexity. Now let's move into licensing. Depending on your business type, additional permits may be required. For example, businesses in tourism, import-export, construction, finance or regulated services may require extra approvals from government authorities. Samoa has a growing tourism sector, so hospitality businesses may also need additional compliance approvals depending on location and activity. Now here's where things become long-term. After incorporation, your company must remain compliant. This includes annual returns, maintaining accurate records, and updating any changes in directors, shareholders, or registered address. If you fail to comply, your company can be struck off the registry. And restoring it later is often more expensive and time-consuming than maintaining it properly from the start. So consistency matters more than speed. Now, let's talk about timeline and cost. Company registration in Samoa can be relatively smooth if all documents are accurate. But delays usually happen when information is missing or inconsistent. Costs vary depending on structure, professional services, and compliance requirements. But here's the key insight most people miss. The biggest factor affecting speed is not the government. It is preparation quality and document accuracy. Now let's cover common mistakes. One major mistake is choosing a structure without considering banking requirements. Another is submitting incomplete or inconsistent documents. Another is ignoring tax registration after incorporation. And another big one is assuming registration automatically means you are ready to operate. And here is the mistake I promised earlier. Many entrepreneurs successfully register their company, but fail at the banking stage, because they cannot clearly explain their business model or provide consistent documentation. Even a legally registered company can struggle if it does not pass compliance checks. So registration is only the beginning. Now let's bring everything together. To start a company in Samoa, you begin by selecting the right structure. Then you reserve your company name. After that, you prepare incorporation documents and submit them through a registered agent. Once approved, you receive your certificate of incorporation. Then you register with Samoa Revenue Services for tax purposes, register for social contributions if you have employees, open a business bank account with complete documentation, apply for any required industry licenses, and maintain ongoing compliance through annual filings. That is the complete legal roadmap. Got it tight. And here is the most important takeaway. Starting a company is not just about registration. It is about building a structure that supports banking, compliance, and long-term business growth. If you understand the process early, you avoid delays, banking issues, and legal complications later. And now you have a complete step-by-step guide to starting a company in Samoa in 2026, with clarity and confidence. If you found this useful, like the video, leave a comment about what type of business you are planning to start. And subscribe because in the next guide, I'll show you how to get your first customers fast even if you are starting from zero.